Looking for Judge Barlow's place? Figure I hit it before now.
County line's just the other side of that rise. Can't miss Barlow's place. He's just over the line.
Okay. Which line?
Any man who'd go over there by himself is either local or working for Barlow.
Looks to me like he could take care of himself.
That kid? Ah, come on, Jimmy. Gotta finish this section today.
Shell out your hardware, boy.
Pay $14 for that Linden model. Take care of it for me, will you? How are you? Thank you, mister. You Judge Barlow? I'll deliver that herd of cows you ordered for Mr. Tundle. I rode on down here from your ranch to pick up the money for it.
About your crew?
Why send them on back? I got your foreman's tally on the herds here.
All right. I'll send him a note to the Lincoln Bank.
You said you'd pay me in hard money.
I could take that as an insult.
Yeah, I guess you could. Of course, that'd cost you that herd of cows, Judge.
13 cows is dry work. Give the boy a drink, then hand me my cash box.
Mighty obliging to you, Judge, and I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm not a drinking man. If I can just have the money, I'll be heading on back home.
Suit yourself, cowboy. Yeah, 100, 200, 300. 2,000, 20, 40, 60. Sign the bill.
Got drunk and lost all that money, right, Judge?
Court is now in session. Courage, bring forward the prisoner. Drunk and disorderly. That's 6 months at hard labor.
Just when I was starting to get some respect for the law. You come along, Judge. You took my money, too, huh? Well, I gotta say, I admire the way you do your business around here. But you gotta turn me loose sometime.
I wouldn't count on that, cowboy. If 6 months ain't long enough to cool you off, there's more where that came from.
What's your name, boy?
William H. Bonney.
Bonnie. Judge, he's Billy the Kid.
Ah, no matter. Lock up the prisoner, Coleridge.
Oh, wait a minute, Judge.
Do as I said.
You heard him. On your feet.
Anything you say, Mr. Coleridge, like I said, you gotta turn me loose sometime. I'll be back to collect that money for Mr. Tundle, Judge. Be a good idea for you to have it for me when I come.
Well, looks like you won't be claiming that $14 Lightning model as soon as you expected, cowboy.
You might be right. But don't bet on it.
You just lock him up and be careful. That's Billy the Kid.
Now look, this is none of my business, but arresting Billy the Kid.
You're right. It's none of your business. Just keep out of his reach and watch him. I'll be back.
Well, that's it, Jimmy.
You know, I can't figure it. That last survey marker's over by Judge Barlow's place.
Yeah, about 100 yards too far south. The real line's on the other side of his place. Whoever laid this out before must have been using string and guessing.
You gonna tell the judge? You know, he didn't exactly welcome us here.
That's a pleasure I've been promising myself. I want to see his face when I tell him he's just been moved into Lincoln County.
Company coming, Judge. Them two surveyors.
I've been expecting them.
Well, Judge, you know as well as I do it's got to happen sooner or later.
It's been 10 years since the last Boundary Commission survey was made. It'll be another 10 before they get around to it again.
Still haven't been able to find the old survey markers.
That's too bad. Put you to a lot of work for nothing.
Oh, that's all right. It's part of the job. It doesn't matter because they were wrong anyway. If this fence is supposed to indicate the county line, misses for 200 feet.
You're sure of that?
Absolutely. Your place is 100 feet over the boundary of Lincoln County, Judge.
And you're going to correct that mistake?
Well, I don't have any choice. Kind of spoils things for you, doesn't it, Judge? Lincoln County's got its own laws. Of course, you can always move your place back across the county line.
It stood here for 20 years. Here it stays.
Well, these markers have got to come up now anyway.
The kid will bring back the law.
I didn't miss him. I'll get your horse to make sure. I'll take care of it, surveyor.
Take care of the pack horse.
Did you find him?
Nope.
He was badly hit. He won't live long in any case. We'll search for his body tomorrow.
Shouldn't you have taken care of that burn yourself?
Ever tried digging in this ground?
I'll fix the marker. What name will I use?
Neely Smith, age 60, died of a stroke.
Talby saw the body.
Give him a bottle, he won't even remember digging the grave.
It's taking a chance, Judge.
Why? Who would he tell?
A rider drifting through said he saw the Lincoln County Sheriff heading this way.
That Garrett? Talby will run at the sight of a badge.
Just the same, I don't like the idea of Garrett riding in here.
Let him come. Just as long as he stays in his own county, there'll be no trouble.
And if he decides to come into Gunsight?
The instant he steps across that county line, he's just another man. Remember that.
Look, Judge, times are changing. You can't ride roughshod like you've been doing. Sooner or later, that boundary's going to be straightened out. And those surveyors don't show up, Garrett's going to ask questions. And if that ain't enough, we've got Billy the Kid in there just waiting for a chance at us.
From that hill, far as you can see, I own everything. Been that way for over 20 years. My ranch, my town. And the Gunsight will be a town someday. When I came here, it was a wilderness. No law but what a man carries in his own holster. I nailed a sign up over that store. I made it mean something. I hanged 5 men the first 6 months I was here. Never had to hang another. I brought the law here. The only law this country ever had.
It was a long time ago, Judge. You've got a dozen men like old Talby working out their sentences. But the law, the real law, won't buy that. You know it as well as I do.
I only know what I've done and what I'm going to keep on doing. A man takes what he wants, hangs on to it the best way he can. That's the only real law there is. Easy, fella, easy.
I tried to get away. They shot me.
I'll get you to a doctor.
Wait, I gotta tell you. County line.
Something wrong, mister?
Yeah, I found this man down the road. He was badly hurt. Shot.
About all anybody will do for him is bury him.
You know him?
Never seen him before. I'd remember him, too. A lot of saddle tramps pass this way.
Well, he wasn't a ranch hand, not wearing those clothes.
I'm Judge Barlow.
My name's Garrett, Lincoln County. I found this man down the road. He was still alive then. That's the nearest place I could look for help.
You're out of your county, Garrett.
I didn't think that would matter with a man's life at stake.
The man's dead.
Well, that's unfortunate. You did the right thing, Garrett. We'll see that he gets a decent burial. If he has any identification, we'll try to notify his people.
Thanks, but I'll take care of that myself.
I tell you again, Garrett, you're not in Lincoln County. You brought him here. We'll take care of him.
Barlow, I've seen no warrant naming you a territorial judge.
I petitioned the territorial governor for my appointment. In the meantime, I intend to maintain the same rules in this area that I've enforced for the past 20 years. One of them is this: to prevent no outside interference in the way I run things.
Hey, that's the other one of them.
You stay out of this, you drunken old fool.
Shove me around, that's right. Hit me. But you'll be wanting me to dig another grave. Neely Smith, age 60.
There's one more rule in Gunsight. Nobody carries a gun. That applies to the sheriff of Lincoln County.
I'll take the gun, Garrett.
Don't bother. I was just leaving.
Get Talby. Shut him up.
Garrett will be back.
Then Lincoln County will have to find another sheriff.
Pulling up on a man like that can get you shot.
I was drunker, I wouldn't have opened my mouth. But now I got no choice but to get away from him.
Who you running from?
Judge Barlow and Coleridge.
You one of his prisoners?
One of his slaves, fetching, toting, digging.
And you're safe here. You're across the county line.
That's a funny one, that is. That's what them other two must have thought. Especially the one you brought in.
What are you talking about?
All right, they know myself. That was the second body to be buried there today. Ought to know. I dug the grave. And they'll be digging 2 more.
You'd seen the man I brought in before?
He and the other man, the one I buried today, was running the survey line. I saw them up on the ridge early this morning. Other one was shot, too. But bringing in that body was a big surprise to the judge. Even a bigger one than fooling around with Billy the Kid.
What about Billy?
Barlow and Coleridge, pulling their usual stunt. Robbing a man and then jailing him for being a vagrant. Only this time, they picked the wrong one. They'll have to kill him, too.
Nice try, Garrett. Take his gun. You're in the wrong county, aren't you? You've got a lot to answer for, Barlow. 2 men died here today. I intend to find out why.
That doesn't concern you, Garrett.
I think it does. You arrested Billy Bonney today. That was your worst mistake. Because now, Barlow, you have only 2 choices. Turn him loose or kill him. Either way, it means the end of your kind of law.
A lot of men have thought the same thing, Garrett. I buried them on the hill behind my place.
You kill the kid, I'll see you hanged for it.
Threatening an officer of this court is a felony. I find you guilty. I sentence you to a year at hard labor.
This is a joke. You won't laugh about it. Now take off the gun belt and let's go.
That's how I live and breathe. Ain't old Patrick. We ain't been in jail together in a long time, boy. What'd you do? Rustle some of the judge's cows?
Maybe I should ask you the same question, Billy.
You won't believe it, Patrick, but it's the other way around. And I started to believe you when you spouted some of that stuff about the law. Kind of made sense to me. Sure doesn't make any sense now.
Barlow and Coleridge don't represent the law. They're just a couple of lobo wolves.
Well, you know, they pay a bounty for wolf pelts.
Yeah, first you gotta catch the wolf.
Yeah? Well, I've been thinking the same thing.
What are you planning to do about it, Billy?
What do you mean? What can I do about it?
Stop playing games. Hand it over.
Well, now, a man has a right to defend himself, Patrick.
Hand it over, Billy.
I won this thing, the poker game, is one of the barrels busted. It won't fire.
I suppose you held on to it for good luck.
Yeah, something like that to that. The Charlotte Chamber's the only one I have.
It'll have to do.
Say, Patrick, I hate to remind you about it, but jail breaking's against the law.
We'll have to kill them both. There'll be a stink about Garrett, but it'll blow over.
You should have asked the kid's name first.
That doesn't change a thing. Turn them both loose. Tell them I apologize. Tell them anything. Just let them walk out that door.
But
You heard me. Leave your gun here.
First time I ever seen the judge back water. He's turning you both loose.
You mean just like that?
That's right. You're as free as the wind.
Fine. And the wind's blowing you along with us. Move.
And I said you were free to go.
And I said you're moving with us. You first. Don't try it, Barlow.
There's no way out, Garrett. Fire at me and you're dead.
It's over, Barlow.
I faced trouble before, Garrett. I brought the law, my kind of law, into this territory. Nothing will change that.
Barlow, throw down your gun and step across the county line. Do it now.
Are you a fool, Garrett? Or do you think I am?
Don't kill him, Billy.
That 6 months went by fast, Judge. Turn around. You owe me $2,060, Judge. Pay up. Turn around and start shooting, I don't care which.
Throw down your gun, Barlow, and step across the line. Let him go, Billy.
You pay me back that money, Judge. You ain't going as far as that county line.
Billy, hand him a gun belt. Get us a couple of horses.
Can't tell me what to do, Patrick. I ain't in your county.